Suzy Vadori, and I am here today with my mentor and digital course queen, Amy Porterfield. I couldn't be happier to be introducing you all to her. We're talking about taking your creative passion and turning it into profit. Hi, Amy.
Hello.
Thanks for being here. As creatives, there's this whole misconception out there that we should be this image of the starving artist. And in fact, when I finally left my corporate job to go do all things writing full time, because about 4 years ago in April, my husband and I both traveled for work. I was managing factories in China at the time, and we would compare schedules because we have 3 kids. And I was like, okay, so get this. In April, I'm going to take 7 vacation days off, like these times in April, to go do author stuff. And he was like, what? Like, why are you taking vacation days, our family vacation days, to go and work? What are you doing? Something's got to give. I'm like, day job gives, day job. And he's like, not day job. And
Oh,
so I was like, but I just really love doing those things. And I was getting paid to do them. I wasn't doing them for free. Don't do stuff for free. But I wasn't doing them for free, but it wasn't quite, enough to make up for my corporate salary yet. And so he said, well, honey, like, I feel you. I get that you love this. And if you want to go be a starving artist, cool. Like, I'm behind you 100%, and we'll just have to make adjustments in our lifestyle. And I
oh,
looked at him and I was like, absolutely zero intention of being a starving artist, honey. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to take my 20 years of business and I'm going to figure it out. One of the ways I figured it out, by the way, was joining your community and turning my passion into a digital course, into all the things that you teach. But profit gets such a bad rap in creative spaces. What do you think of that? Like,
yeah.
what advice do you have to give us when we kind of get stuck in that?
The first thing is, I really do think it comes down to self worth. You deserve to get paid for your expertise. You would never call up a stranger and ask them to help you solve a problem based on their expertise and then get all the value from them and expect it to be free. That's not how we operate. However, when we look in the mirror, we think, but I shouldn't be charging. And I really do think it starts with self worth. You do deserve to make money for your expertise. It's taken you time, energy, a lot of studying and knowledge and research to get to where you are today. And you have to have a livelihood. So here's the thing, you can do amazing things when you have money in your life. You get to choose how you use that money. And a lot of people love to give money, love to support other people, love to give to causes they care about. You get to do that, but you can only do that if you have money coming in. So you can use all your money for good, or you can use it for whatever you want, but you deserve to get paid for what you're worth. So it's a mindset shift that we really have to focus on. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that if you want to move away from what's no longer serving you, whether it be a 9 to 5 job or work you're doing that's not fulfilling you, and move into something else, well, we're going to need to make money with that something else, whatever that is, in order to let go of what's no longer serving us. You had a job that kept you on the road. It sounds like you were traveling a lot. You've got 3 kids at home. Like, that is a huge sacrifice. But the only way for you to move away from something that was no longer serving you is if you replace it with something else. So look at you making money in a different way as a way to move away from what you don't want and move into what you do want. Does any of that resonate?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're speaking my language, but it was a hard thing to see 4 years ago. I mean, for me, because I had to replace that salary to be able to sort of feel like this was an equivalent job. It took me a couple of years to do it, but I did do it.
Yeah,
But so many artists also can't give everything that they have to give to the world because they've got this day job that's sucking them dry. And I think,
right.
if we could just know what we're worth, I just put it out there and said, well, this is what I need to make. Can I do it? If I can, great. And if I can't, then I guess I stay with day job.
Right.
But I could, and so I found that people were willing to, and people are along for the ride, and it's also about valuing that transformation that you're delivering, and not just saying, that it's this one thing or this one thing, or it's an hour of my time, but this transformation that I go on this journey with writers, and then they come out the other end a completely different person. Whatever doors end up opening, it's because of that journey. So yeah, just
Yes.
valuing that whole transformation.
I love what you said about setting a goal, saying, okay, if I were to
Mhm.
leave behind what's no longer serving me, often a 9 to 5 job, and do something that I love, how much money do I need to replace? It might be less than you're making right now. It might be the same or more, but getting clear on that number and then reverse engineering how you might do it is really powerful. In my programs, we do a lot of course math, which means we figure out how much money we need to make, how much do you want to charge for your course, how many units do you need to sell, and breaking that up over the year to see how you're going to get there. That kind of planning moves you away from just having the courage to do it, but more confidence in a plan that's in front of you. And the creatives that are listening right now, you all know how to make a plan work. And you all know that when you want something bad enough, you're going to go get it. And so put together a plan of how much money do you need to make and break it out and see how you might get there, which is what you did. You looked at the numbers and you said, "Can I replace this?" Now you have a plan. And I think that's powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. And full disclosure, I was an operations professional, so money and numbers and math is like totally my jam. I
You
loved your
lucky duck.
systems.
It's not
Yeah, I
mine.
love
I'm
your
jealous.
systems. It's not everybody's, but Amy's programs actually teach you that if that's not something that you can do on your own. But yeah, we got to overcome these overwhelming thoughts and just know that if you were to let go of, in order to fulfill that overwhelming desire, that drive, I mean, we as writers or other creative industry, we have this desire to give to the world. We know that the world needs it, but sometimes we get sucked down. And so know that, what you have is needed out there, and go
Absolutely.
for it, right? And Amy's got this really awesome quiz. If you haven't taken it yet, go to suzyvadori.com/course quiz. It will break down. It's a 2-minute quiz. It can ask you questions about what your passion is today, and it will teach you whether or not it will categorize you into different categories, and whether or not a digital course is the right path for you. And if it's not, she's got some other cool tips as well. See you soon.